begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback.
Set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Chubb. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Stroud to throw it. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. The Chargers had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Throwing now is Stroud. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. Now fourth down, so the Chargers trot out J.K. Scott. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So here are the Texans now with a long field ahead. They'll have Lamar Jackson calling the shots, the former Heisman Trophy winner from Louisville.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tyrell Dodson, the one to bring him down. Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he's got his man on the out route.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Jackson. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up the screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. As Stroud now to throw. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. On the bootleg, Stroud. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Buried behind the line by Azeez Ojulari.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And taken right on the 30. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now Jackson. A quick throw there is incomplete.
How about the show put out by these two defenses in this first half? The fireworks don't have to be just offensively. Neither one of them given an inch, and that's good coverage once again there to force another 4th down.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Charger defensive unit making their way back out there. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Stroud. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now Stroud. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. That pass broken up by the safety, Justin Simmons.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans will take over. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now it's Jackson. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The numbers for Collins last week, 8 catches, 110 yards.
And in the preseason, I thought he was primed for a big, big year. And week 1 did absolutely nothing to diminish those expectations.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 30. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing is Jackson. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. Jackson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Forced out to his left. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Hubbard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. We're scoreless after 1. Texans football to start quarter 2, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Once more Montgomery, and they'll run again. And this time he is in for a Houston touchdown. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Stroud out of the gun here. And he will find Ridley on the left side. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the 30.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
Ball start, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage.
Well, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
You see David Montgomery heading back out to begin the drive. It's the 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going. But we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Oh, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. This offense on 3rd down today, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Stroud looking to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So here are the Texans to take over. They were losers a week ago to Tennessee, but they're on top right now as they come up here 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Going up the gut, Montgomery. Broken tackle. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming. Jackson now. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. 2nd down and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Here's Stroud. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. That's caught by Tucker. And good sideline-to-sideline tackling there as they're going to get him down a couple yards short of the 1st. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Now it's Jackson. That's complete. It's Collins. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. From the 24, Jackson. Another one caught by Collins. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Play action. It's Jackson. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. It's 2nd and goal. Back to the 8-yard line now. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, so that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Patterson's kick is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. The Chargers going to take over here one more time before the half. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly. Throwing now is Stroud. Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's J.K. Scott now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. He gets away from one. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we are... Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the 3rd quarter here. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And just shutting him off there. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, but I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Stroud sets up the play action. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap to Stroud. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Here's Jackson. Got a man. It's Collins complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Jackson from the shotgun. To the sideline and incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jackson to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Beal. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a 1st.
5 yards on the play. And it's
Jackson. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
a gain of 4 yards. It's now 4th down.
Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they're able to build on things here with a field goal, but the question is how much longer can they really rely on their defense to pitch a shutout?
That's a great question because the guys on the other sideline are saying, give us the ball. We want another shot at this. And yes, tight game, you'll take the 3. But this game, it's far from over.
Stroud to throw it. Drops it off for Chubb. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 24-yard.
Stroud. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll be out right at the 35.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
A gain of 3 yards. And the Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Out of bounds at the 42-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
And Stroud now to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Tucker. Still going. And down to the 16-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 43 yards.
And the Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Now Stroud. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power, but not a ton to show for it. 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Chubb on the read option. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
The Chargers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. It's complete. And he is not going to be able to break free as they wrap him up right at the line of scrimmage. And the try for 2 is going to come up empty. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And now out comes Houston. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
To throw is Jackson. And that is incomplete here. 3rd quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Jackson. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Now it's Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Stroud looking to throw. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, here's Stroud. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here's Stroud. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The offense on 3rd down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 11. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jackson now. Looking middle, and that's complete. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 27-yard line.
Now Jackson. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. Only able to gain a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. Well, it's a 3rd and somewhat manageable now, not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Texans 1st down.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
1st down, Texans.
A give. This is Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. From midfield now, here's Jackson. This one left side caught by Collins. It'll be a gain of 5, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st.
2 yards on the play.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Play action. It's Jackson. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Now a 2nd and 2.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd down at the 35-yard line.
Quick throw to Collins. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now it's Jackson. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Throwing is Jackson. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Jackson now off the bootleg. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Oliver. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Jackson to throw. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And the Texans are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Here's Jackson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Dalton Schultz. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. This one into the hands of Metcalf. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Stroud to throw it. Throw over the... And he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Right back to Hubbard. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. A give running right, it's Hubbard. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all.